What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? Just tapping in. That's all I'm doing, tapping in, man. Hope y'all are having a good football Sunday. Good football Sunday, man. I just want to tap in and give a little commentary, man, to LSU wide receiver Lacy. How many of y'all familiar with the number 2 wide receiver Lacy? Outstanding athlete. I mean, ball skills are off the chain. Guaranteed to go to the NFL. Guaranteed to go to the NFL. As a matter of fact, he declared eligible to go to the NFL this year. There ain't no doubt in my mind that he would have made it. He would have made it. They would have went to the NFL, man. But it's one thing holds true to all athletes, especially the black athletes. They can't get away from the gangster. Playing football and still pretending to be gangsters. You can't do both. You're either going to do one or the other. And when you do the other, it lead up to what's about to happen to Lacy. I got to give baller, strike. I ain't never ever seen so many people as far as athletes that's in college are persuaded by people that ain't going nowhere. What I mean be persuaded by people ain't going nowhere. I'm talking about the everyday guy that called himself a gangster that's on the street corner, man. They giving away tons of money, giving away so many NIL deals. It's unheard of. All you have to do is go to school, play football, or whatever sport you play, and dominate. You guaranteed a check, if not at the collegiate level, the professional level. It's a proven fact. Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, and a host of other more athletes have made a ton of money in the NFL. By what? Just playing football, man. Playing football. Now, what do I mean by playing football? Simple. Shit. If you score touchdowns, score touchdowns. If you throw touchdowns, throw touchdowns. If you're a hell of a tackle. Leave all that other stuff off the field, man. Because I know one thing, that in which what you do in the dark will come to the light. Why? Because people get excited and they do what they do in their everyday life on that football field. What do I mean by that? If you participate in off-field activities and they not coincide with the activities of the football field, you're going to display them on the football field. If you a dancer, you're going to dance. Like the greedy. Come from where? None other than LSU. It's a dance. And every individual in the NFL does it, right? It's no different than Ray Lewis doing his dance, but it's just a dance. But what I don't get is this. Let's go back to the USC game with Lacy and his end zone celebration. It was over the top. It wasn't even called for. His end zone celebration with a host of other end zone celebrations are not even called for. But I tell you what they do, they bring awareness to the people on the outside that are looking to draft you. You a dog on the football field. But are you what you demonstrate off the football field? Your touchdown celebrations and your antics are red flags. Lacy touchdown celebration and his antics once he reached the end zone are red flags. Once again, people that get up and go to college every day, participate in college sports every day, pretending to be something they not. I always like to say this, right? If you pretend to be something for so long, at one time and point in your life, you're gonna call on to be that what you pretending to be. If you are pretending to be a gangster, it's gonna come time you're gonna have to show up and be a real gangster. What do I mean by that? You're gonna have to participate in what the gangsters participate in. If you're not street, quit faking, man. Because it's gonna come time when that street that you faking gonna have to show up. And you're not gonna be there. Because the first thing you're gonna say, man, I was just playing. No, ain't no fucking playing. You've been performing and doing the antics in this end zone as if you were him. But when it comes time to pay the piper, who is the piper? Whatever street activity you in that's illegal, whether it be the DEA, whether it be the local law enforcement, whatever activity you pretending that you in, it's gonna come a time where you have to represent that. And I know one thing, 99.9% when it comes to that, people not gonna want to pay the piper. They gonna run or they gonna snitch. Mark my word. They gonna run or they gonna snitch. One of the two. It's like this, man. Leave the street stuff to the street dudes. Leave that to them. If you in college crossing the end zone and scoring touchdowns and running it up and having a good time in college, let that be what it is, man. Now, don't think I'm not saying don't celebrate in the end zone, but don't celebrate in a violent way in the end zone to where it raises red flags of people on a professional level. Because I know this for a fact. You got a lot of naysayers out there. A lot of naysayers. They don't want to give you the money no way because they feel like you are just what you represent. And it's up to you to prove them wrong, right? It's up to you to prove them wrong. But my thing is this, man. I've never seen so many young athletes put themselves in a position to get rewarded for something they played their whole life, only to turn around and give it back. Henry Ruggs, one of them, right? He one of those people. Outstanding athlete. But what did he do? Get in his car intoxicated, drive off real fast, and unalive some people, right? Unalive some people. Superstar athlete, right? What does Lacy do? What does he do? I can't make this up. I can only speak on it. And so can you, right? But like I said, that in which what you manifest sometimes come to life in one way or another. And those that are pretending to be gangsters, Don't mean you're gonna have to be gangster in a gangster way. But sometimes life can send that gangster shit to you, and you either gonna run or you gonna tell it. Simple as that. That's what I call faking gangster. Quit faking like you're gangsters, man. Quit all the antics when you get to the end zone. Quit that, man. Quit that. And that's for real. So, like I said, man, it's a sad situation with Lacy, man. Hell of a talent. Hell of a talent. Was gonna make a lot of people happy. What I mean by that, as far as his parents, he was gonna make those people happy. Why? Because they put in the work to get him where he at, right? He graduated and did everything right up until the point when he got a warrant out for his arrest. But it's the antics, it's the negative energy you put out that bring negative things back your way. And it's the impatience, not having no patience to go from point A to point B that made a situation avoidable, but you didn't avoid it. It's because the antics, it's because what you participated in off the field that made you move in the way that you did. It's the antics, man. It's the negative energy. That shit is real. Let's take a look at Lacy playing against USC. Let's take a look at Lacy, man. This is Lacy playing against USC, man. This is what people do on the street corner. This is the type of stuff that they demonstrate as if he unaliving somebody. Yeah, we know it was just all antics in the end zone, as if you beat the man to the end zone, you made a gesture as if you smoked him, right? But you have to realize one thing, that in which what you display in your everyday life, people don't look at it like you do, son. And then right after that, you go on your Facebook channel and continue on with the ignorance, voluntarily ignorance. Hey man, you trying to make it to the next level, bro. But you continue on with the voluntarily ignorance. For one, it's the rap music that the people listen to, man. But don't get me wrong, you can't blame the rappers. Can't blame the rappers. Because although it's their craft that they rapping about. And if you ask me, it's a lot of lies, man. But it's a lot of people get caught up in the lies and in the excitement. And sometimes young people can't decipher what's real and what's not real. But we all know one thing. Lace ain't no gangster. It's the jester. He chose that for a end zone celebration. Him holding some type of big weapon and pulling the trigger. There's a time and place for everything, especially when you are not that. You could have created any kind of end zone celebration other than this. This is what violent people do, man. This ain't what professional football players do. That's what ignorant and violent people do that are still stuck in poverty and don't know how to get out. You are a superstar wide receiver that declared for the NFL and would have went to the NFL. It's sad to say, but your career over with. It's sad to say. Your antics and your gesture has paid off in a negative way. In a negative way. And remember, like I said, when you pretend to be something for so long, it's going to show up at your doorstep. And you're going to realize that ain't what you want. That ain't what you want. But what we want in life and what we get in life is two different things. Remember what I said. They're giving away tons of money in college football and in the NFL, but only if you show up to play the game. You can't be a gangster and still try to be a professional football player. I understand that it's antics in the end zone whenever you score. I understand that it's a competitive game and you're going to be kind of high strung when you score a touchdown. But you still have to have the mental capacity to think and to understand, hey, man, it's the image that I put out. It's the image that I put out to the people. And it's the energy that I get back from the image I put out. This is the image and the character that Lacy displayed. And he reaped his reward. This is the energy that he put out. Him holding a big weapon, doing something to a USC player. Then he displayed it on the sideline as if it was okay. It's nothing okay about that, man. It's nothing okay about that. Only to come back with the negative energy that he displayed during the football season and his end zone antics and his after that penalty antics led up to this right here. That's what it led up to. It led up to somebody losing their life. Remember what I said. It ain't no certain time and point when you got to be a gangster. And ain't no telling when that negative energy gonna come your way when you want to be a gangster. But what do they do when they pretend to be gangsters? They run. They run. Lacy ran from that incident, man, as he unalived a 78-year-old ex-Marine and injured somebody else. All because he didn't have enough patience. He wanted to speed past somebody and cause these people to be unalived. Did he stop? No. He didn't stop. Did he render aid? No. He kept going as if the accident had nothing to do with him. This is the Lacy that was gangster playing USC with these antics right here. This is the same Lacy. It's the same Lacy. The same Lacy that didn't render aid to these people after he sped past them and forced another truck to come over into the center lane, and it ended up like this. It's the same Lacy. the one with the gun antics, the one that was gangster, or the one listened to all the rap gangster music. When it was time to pay the piper, he ran off. He ran off like a schoolboy when it was time to play gangster and play the piper. He ran off. But this is what faking and playing gangster gets you. You never know when it's going to show up. You never know when you're going to have to pay the piper. He ain't never been in that system. He never been a part of that system where all you got is the number that they're going to give you. Where all you can depend on to eat is those 3 meals. They're not going to call you the LSU superstar number 2 for a deep pass. They're not doing that no more. You're going to have a chance to be a real gangster. Because what you've done, you've taken off your LSU suit. You've traded your upcoming NFL suit in for a system suit. All because of you want to play gangster. Faking don't pay, man. Faking don't pay. Because that is which what you manifest sometimes come to life for real. And you put in a situation to where you have to react. And if you ain't about that life, you're going to do just what you did. You're going to run and you're going to hide. And you enter the NFL draft as if you had nothing to do with this. We got to do better. As athletes coming up, you have to do better. Because what you did on that day, you caused families expensive pain. All because of your ignorance and your irresponsibility actions, man. But this is Lacy right here, y'all. This is who he really is right here. This is who he really is right here. That's who he want to be. He want to be a gangster. He don't want the money in the NFL. He don't want the NIL deals. That's what he really wants. And sometimes in life gives you exactly what you really want. You want to trade places. You want to trade places, man. So you got what you was looking for, man. Now you're in a position where you're going to have to do something. Gangster.